So walk into uh, almost any neighborhood diner or like our dry cleaner,
Yeah.
and you will inevitably see this dusty corkboard hanging somewhere near the restrooms.
Oh, yeah. Totally covered in old business
Right.
cards.
Covered in faded cars from like 5 years ago, or a flyer for a charity car wash that already happened, maybe a lost dog poster.
Yep. We've all seen them.
And the thing is, most businesses treat their website's blog exactly the same way. It's just this neglected, forgotten space used for, I don't know, a random company update or a holiday greeting when someone magically finds the time.
If they even remember they have a blog at all.
Exactly. But if you are listening to this right now and that describes your business, you're sitting on a massive financial vulnerability.
A huge one.
Today, we're pulling from a really brilliant guide by Dab Marketing. It's titled The Ultimate Guide to Writing Blogs That Actually Bring Customers to Your Business in the Age of AI Search.
It's a great piece.
Yeah, it really is. And our mission for this deep dive is to show you why leaving your blog to gather dust is so dangerous. We're going to uncover how blogging has secretly become, well, the ultimate survival tool in an era where AI is answering your customers' questions.
We really need a complete paradigm shift here, honestly, because a well-written blog is no longer just a web page or some, digital diary. In today's digital ecosystem, I mean, it really operates as a digital salesperson working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Wow, 24/7.
Exactly. It builds trust, it establishes your local authority, and most importantly, it acts as the primary data feed for the very AI systems your customers are using to evaluate you.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because to understand how to write these new, highly effective blogs, we first have to understand how the internet's front door has fundamentally changed over the last couple of years.
It really has changed completely.
Right, for 2 decades, we were all basically doing what the article calls caveman search.
I love that phrase. It sounds funny, but I mean, it is entirely accurate. You would open Google and just type in these short, broken, highly transactional phrases.
Like typing pressure washing Sarasota or emergency plumber Chicago.
Yes, exactly.
It was essentially just throwing nouns and locations at a wall and hoping the algorithm matched you with a relevant service page.
Right. It was very transactional, yes, but it lacked nuance. And that lack of nuance is exactly what AI platforms are fixing right now.
Right.
Consumer behavior is evolving incredibly fast. People aren't just typing those choppy phrases anymore. They are opening conversational AI platforms, tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, or Claude.
Which everyone has on their phones now.
Exactly. And they are asking highly specific, deeply contextual questions. Instead of just searching for a service, they are asking an AI, like, what's the best way to clean algae off my stucco house without damaging the paint?
Or what red flags should I look for when hiring a roof cleaning company?
Yes. It's a completely different way of interacting with the internet.
It's the difference between looking up a noun in the old yellow pages versus, I don't know, walking up to a highly knowledgeable hotel concierge and asking for their personal recommendation.
That is a perfect analogy.
You're giving the AI context, and you expect a nuanced, educated answer back. But wait, I have to push back here.
Go ahead.
Let's say I am a business owner listening to this right now. If my potential customer is asking an AI platform how to clean their roof, and the AI just gives them the perfect step-by-step answer, why does my business need a blog at all?
Ah, I see what you mean.
Like, isn't the AI just stealing the traffic that used to go to my website?
So what's fascinating here is the fundamental misconception about how these AI platforms actually generate their responses.
What do you mean?
Well, they don't just magically possess innate knowledge. Large language models are, at their core, incredibly sophisticated recommendation engines and data synthesizers.
Okay.
They desperately need an information ecosystem to scan. Going back to your hotel concierge analogy, that concierge doesn't magically know the best steakhouse in town out of thin air.
Right, they have to learn it from somewhere.
Exactly. They know it because they've read all the local menus, talked to the chefs, and gathered the data. AI is the exact same way.
Oh, wow.
To formulate those perfect answers about roof cleaning, the AI has to pull from blogs, FAQs, and educational articles that already exist across the internet.
So the AI is essentially reading the menus.
Yes.
And if a business refuses to hand the concierge their menu, they never get recommended. By not blogging, a business is essentially erasing itself from the AI's memory bank.
Precisely. The AI relies entirely on authority content created by others. If your business isn't producing this detailed educational content, the AI literally has no raw material to pull from you.
It just skips right over you.
Yep. It will simply synthesize the information from your competitor down the street who is writing those blogs, and it will recommend them as the local authority instead.
Man, that makes the stakes incredibly clear. But if we are treating these AI platforms like a digital concierge that needs our information, we really need to understand exactly what the customers are asking it.
We do.
If a business owner just assumes every search is someone looking to buy immediately, they're going to write the wrong content.
Absolutely. Search intent is the foundation of modern content strategy. Not everyone typing a query into a prompt is at the finish line, ready to hand over their credit card.
Right.
If you treat them like they are, you will completely alienate them.
Well, the source material breaks this customer journey down into 3 distinct categories, right?
Yes, 3 main stages.
First, you have informational searches. These are your early stage queries. A homeowner steps outside, looks at their house, and asks the AI, why is my siding turning green? Or why do my patio pavers look faded?
Very common questions.
And they might not even know they need a professional pressure washing company yet. They just have a problem, they want to diagnose it.
Exactly. And at this stage, your content's only job is education. You are not selling. You are stepping into the role of a helpful consultant.
Right, no hard selling.
Right. You explain the biology of the algae or the UV degradation of the pavers.
So once they understand the problem, their intent shifts to the second category, comparison searches.
Yes, the evaluation phase.
Now, they are actively evaluating solutions.
Yeah.
They're asking the AI things like DIY roof cleaning versus professional soft washing, or should I seal my pavers or leave them natural?
And this is a highly critical stage for building trust. They are weighing their options, and let's be honest, they're usually looking for reasons not to spend money.
Oh, for sure. Everyone wants the cheap fix.
Exactly. So a good blog here doesn't just loudly proclaim that your service is the best. It objectively compares the risks, the costs, and the outcomes.
Showing the whole picture.
Yes. When you objectively lay out the pros and cons of DIY versus professional work, you position your company as an honest, trustworthy expert rather than just a salesperson trying to make a quick buck.
Okay, so once they've spent hours comparing those options and finally decided, yeah, they want that professional soft wash, their mindset shifts entirely.
Right. The research phase is over.
They are no longer researching. That brings us to the final category, transactional searches. This is when they are finally ready to buy, searching for, roof cleaning estimate Sarasota or best paver sealing company near me.
The big problem is most businesses only build content for that final transactional stage.
So what does this all mean?
It means if your entire website just says, hire us, we are the best in town, you are completely missing the first 90% of the customer's journey.
Wow, 90%.
Modern consumers are heavily researching before they ever pick up the phone. They want answers and reassurance long before they request a quote.
Makes sense.
As the DAB marketing article points out, your business either shows up during that initial research phase to guide them, or your competitors do.
Okay, so if we have to cover all these stages to guide the listener's potential customer, what exactly do we write? The source gives us 5 golden blog categories for service businesses, and they are incredibly actionable.
They really are.
First up are problem-solving blogs.
These are your heavy hitters. The article summarizes it perfectly. Pain creates searches. Searches create traffic. Traffic creates leads.
It taps right into human psychology, right? We don't usually search for home maintenance out of sheer curiosity.
No, nobody does that.
We search when something looks broken or ugly. So titles like, why are my pavers turning white? Or what causes rust stains on concrete driveways address a highly specific pain point.
Yes. Then you have seasonal blogs, which leverage urgency, like a fall gutter cleaning guide, or why spring is the best time to wash your siding.
Oh, that's smart.
You are capitalizing on what the customer is physically seeing outside their window at that very moment.
Okay, the third category is local SEO blogs. This is where you get hyper-specific to your geography. Instead of just a generic post about mold, you write, why Georgia homes grow algae faster, or common exterior cleaning problems in coastal Florida.
And there is a deeply mechanical reason for this.
Okay, what is it?
Large language models and traditional search algorithms are constantly looking for geographic proximity markers.
What?
When an AI generates an answer for a user in Florida, it heavily weights content that includes local climate context, local regulations, or local architecture styles. It signals to the machine that your answer is the most contextually accurate for that specific user.
Okay, that brings us to the fourth category, and this is where I really need to stop and play devil's advocate for a second, because this goes against conventional business wisdom.
Uh-oh, here we go.
The fourth category is cost and pricing blogs.
Ah, yes.
I hear what you're saying about trust, but let's be
Yeah.
real. If you're a listener running a local landscaping or cleaning company and you explicitly put a standard roof wash costs $500 on your blog, your competitor down the street is going to update their website to $450 tomorrow.
That is the classic fear, yes.
Right. So how does a business justify that massive risk of being undercut?
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, that fear assumes you are competing purely as a commodity, where price is the literally only variable. But think about your own behavior as a consumer. What is the very first thing you want to know when you need a service?
Well, I want to know exactly how much it's going to hurt my wallet.
Right. Everyone does. People are constantly searching for how much does pressure washing cost, or is professional window cleaning worth the price?
Yeah, that's always my first search.
If a potential customer comes to your site looking for pricing insight and you intentionally hide it behind a call for quote button, you aren't protecting your business. You are actively frustrating a modern, highly educated consumer.
They will just bounce to the next tab where a competitor is answering the question.
Precisely. Pricing transparency builds immediate trust. And to address the fear of competitors undercutting you, you don't have to give a strict down-to-the-penny quote.
Oh, you don't?
No, you write an article explaining how you price. You break down the variables like the size of the home, the severity of the stains, the cost of specialized eco-friendly chemicals.
Ah, I see.
When you explain that heavily discounted competitors might be using high pressure that actually damages shingles, you are suddenly educating the customer on value. You control the narrative around why your service costs what it does.
You are teaching them how to be a smart shopper, which makes them want to shop with you. That makes total sense.
Exactly.
And that perfectly sets up the fifth and final golden category, how it works, or educational blogs. This demystifies the actual service.
Very important category.
Topics like how soft washing works or what happens during a professional roof cleaning. It shows that you aren't just some person with a truck, right?
Yeah.
You have a distinct professional methodology.
It reduces the anxiety of the unknown for the consumer, which really accelerates their decision to hire you.
So we know the 5 categories. We know we need to educate, solve problems, and be transparent about pricing. But let's look at the reality of a busy business owner. Sitting down and staring at a blank screen is deeply intimidating. Where do these topics actually come from? Because guessing what a customer wants to read usually results in a really boring blog.
The good news is you never have to guess. Ever.
Really?
The internet is already broadcasting exactly what your customers want to know. You just have to know which tools to use to mine for that raw customer language.
The source outlines several fascinating ways to do this. The first is almost too simple. Google autocomplete.
Yep.
When you start typing your service into the search bar, you look at the drop-down suggestions.
Those suggestions aren't random. That is a predictive algorithm based on the aggregate behavior of millions of people.
Wow.
If Google suggests how to clean pavers without a pressure washer, it's literally telling you that thousands of people are stuck on that exact problem.
Then there is the People Also Ask box that pops up in search results. The article says those questions should immediately become your blog titles. But the tool that really stood out to me was Reddit. The article calls Reddit one of the most underrated customer research tools available.
Reddit is incredibly valuable because it is the unvarnished truth. People don't go to Reddit to read corporate marketing.
Definitely not.
They go there to complain, to ask for help, or to share their DIY disasters.
Yeah, if you are a business owner listening to this, you can go to a home improvement subreddit and find a thread where someone is panicking because they ruined their driveway trying to pressure wash it themselves.
Exactly.
If you read the comments on those threads, you are learning the exact emotional vocabulary your customers use when they are stressed. You can also mine local Facebook HOA groups, right?
Oh, those are gold mines.
Imagine checking your local community page and seeing 50 neighbors arguing about the best way to remove rust stains from their sidewalks. That is raw, localized customer insight just waiting to be turned into a targeted blog post.
And if you want to get more technical with your research, the source mentions free marketing tools like Answer the Public and Uber Suggest.
How do those work?
Answer the Public is brilliant. It literally takes a keyword you type in and builds a visual web of every who, what, where, when, and why question people have asked search engines related to that word.
That's super helpful.
And then Uber Suggest helps you attach search volume metrics to those questions so you know exactly how many people are looking for that answer each month.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. Knowing what to write is only half the battle.
True.
How you actually structure the blog is what determines if the AI engines can digest it. We are writing for two very different audiences simultaneously.
Yes, the human and the machine.
Right, the human reading the screen and the AI scraper scanning the code.
Structure matters tremendously. A giant, unbroken wall of text will cause a human to leave immediately, and it gives the AI no hierarchy to understand what the page is even about.
The source emphasizes starting with a strong H1 title, and it needs a specific formula keyword plus problem, and sometimes a location, like why black roof streaks appear on homes in Florida.
Let's demystify these technical terms for a moment. H1 and H2 headers are HTML tags.
Okay.
To a human reader, an H2 just looks like slightly bigger, bold text halfway down the page, separating a new section.
Right.
But to an AI scraper, it is reading the underlying code of your site. Those H tags act like the skeletal structure of your argument. If your H2 says the average cost of roof cleaning, the AI immediately tags the paragraphs directly below it as the definitive answer to pricing.
It's basically highlighting the most important information for the machine.
Exactly.
The article also pushes heavily for including FAQ sections at the bottom of the blog.
Yes, because AI systems love structured data. They frequently pull directly from succinct question and answer formatted FAQ sections when generating their conversational responses for users.
But even with the right structure, the article highlights a massive mistake people make with the actual writing. It has a strict rule about using real-world examples instead of what it calls robotic text.
The distinction there is vital. What is the difference, they point out?
The bad example of robotic text is something like, pressure washing improves curb appeal.
Yawn.
Right. It's technically true, but it's sterile. It's boring. The source says you have to write for humans. A better version is, many homeowners are shocked at how much brighter their driveway and siding look after years of algae and dirt buildup are removed.
And there is a mechanical reason why that second sentence performs better.
Really?
Yes, large language models prioritize semantic density and richness. Improves curb appeal is a cliche, but words like shocked, brighter, algae, and dirt buildup provide rich context.
Makes sense.
It sounds authentic, it evokes emotion for the human reader, and it provides much better contextual data for the AI.
This raises the issue of other major red flags. Because once a business owner gets going, it's easy to fall into bad habits. What else causes a blog to fail?
The most common failure is writing purely promotional content. If your blog is just a 500-word brochure demanding people hire you, it will fail. The golden rule is teach first, sell second.
Nobody wants to read an advertisement disguised as an article.
Exactly. That perfectly aligns with why thin content is heavily penalized. Short, weak, 200-word blogs simply will not compete.
Because they don't answer anything thoroughly.
Right. LLMs are looking for comprehensive answers. If you only write 3 sentences about algae, the AI will bypass you for a site that wrote a detailed explanation of how algae grows and how to safely remove it.
Howdy.
They also warn against keyword stuffing, forcing words into sentences unnaturally just to appease an old algorithm.
And we can't forget visuals. The article says ignoring visuals is a huge mistake. Before and after photos, behind-the-scenes process images, or even simple infographics.
Visuals are critical for engagement metrics. When a human reader stops to look at a compelling before and after photo, their dwell time on your page increases.
Dwell time.
Yeah, that time spent on the page sends a strong signal to search algorithms that your content is genuinely valuable. And this brings us to perhaps the most important piece of advice from the entire DAB marketing guide. Consistency beats perfection. You do not need to write a Pulitzer-winning masterpiece every single day.
Thank goodness.
Publishing one strong, educational, well-structured blog a week will compound over time. Month after month, you are building an undeniable mountain of digital authority.
So if we synthesize all of this, what does this ultimately mean for you, the listener?
A great question.
Whether you are running a local service business, managing a marketing team, or building a personal brand, the takeaway is that blogging in the modern era is no longer about trying to trick an algorithm with sneaky keywords.
Definitely not.
It is about building genuine digital authority across the entire internet ecosystem. Every single post you publish is a trust builder for your customer, a lead generator for your business, and crucially, a future reference source for AI platforms.
The core principle remains absolute here. The companies that take the time to teach the market will increasingly become the companies the market chooses. By answering your customers' most pressing questions today, you are positioning yourself to be the business that AI platforms confidently recommend tomorrow.
Which leaves me with a final, slightly wild thought to chew on.
Let's hear it.
We started by talking about that dusty, forgotten bulletin board. But if AI platforms are constantly scanning the internet for the most detailed educational answers,
Right.
and if they are building their customer recommendations entirely based on that scraped data, are we approaching a future where you aren't really writing blogs for human readers at all, but rather you are exclusively training AI agents to become your ultimate 24/7 digital sales team?
This raises an important question about the future of the internet itself. That is exactly where the ecosystem is heading.
It is an incredible frontier to navigate. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Keep teaching, keep building that authority, and we'll see you next time.